Hi everyone, welcome to SFX Flying, and today I'm going to show you how I created this 3-arm Peeta Mellark camouflage look, which you can see in the movie The Hunger Games. So Vanille originally created this look and she's one of my favorite SFX artists ever, so I just wanted to recreate one of her looks because I thought it's a really cool look. And yeah, today I recreated this look. I'm really happy with how it turned out, and now I'm going to show you how to make one yourself. And yeah, let's start. So the first thing I'm gonna do is mold my piece of bark that I found in the woods. For this I'm gonna build a wall of pelican plastiline around it and also block the holes so that the silicone can't pour over and through the bark. And to now actually create the silicone mold, I'm mixing TFC Troll Factory silicone part A and B together, and then I poured it over the bark and left it to dry overnight. And the next day I just pulled the dry silicone mold off of the bark and was left with this beautiful and detailed negative bark mold that I now filled up with some latex to actually create the latex prosthetic. And after it's dry, you have to leave it overnight to dry. You can just grab your baby powder or also flour. Yes, you can use flour for this. And use that to pull off the latex from the mold. And please always make sure to consistently powdering the latex piece while pulling it off of the mold so the latex won't stick to itself. So I decided to pre-paint the piece, and for the base tone I used the brown shade from the Dead Body Krylon palette, and after that I used the white tone from the same palette and dragged it across, over, in every direction of the latex prosthetic to bring in some structure and to soften the white out so it looks a little bit more natural and realistic. I used the brown brush that I used for the brown base color to soften the white out, and I did this doing some circular motions all over the prosthetic piece. When I was finished, the prosthetic piece looked like this and I was ready for application. So before actually applying the prosthetic piece to our arm, we're gonna prepare our skin first with Belia Vaseline, and after that I just used a stipple sponge and also some latex to put the latex on the middle part of my prosthetic, because basically that's the part of my arm where I'm gonna place it down first, and I'm gonna work myself from the middle to the outer edges of the prosthetic piece. So after you put it all over the middle of your prosthetic piece, you're just gonna also use some latex to put it on the arm. And remember, please always prepare your skin first, because otherwise it will be really painful to remove the piece from your skin later on, because the latex will trap in every body hair you have and skin and everything. So after the latex is dry and becoming sticky, you can just basically place it onto your arm because dried latex will stick to itself. And then I just pressed the piece down a little bit to just make sure that it's really glued onto my arm. And after that I used some other latex to also just glue down the outer edges of my latex prosthetic so that every room of my arm, every empty space of my arm is filled up with the prosthetic piece. And the excess pieces I just cut them off with some pair of scissors, and then I used them to actually fill the empty spaces from my hand. And before I did this, I cut out my thumb area because I needed a big mobility for my thumb, because you just need some space that it's not connected to the other fingers. And for this I'm again using a pair of scissors and I just trimmed around the edges of my thumb. Please, when you're using scissors, please always make sure to not cut yourself. Be careful. So yeah, please just be careful. And as you can see here, don't throw the excess pieces away because we're gonna use them later on to fill up empty spaces on our fingers. You basically repeat this step for every of your remaining finger, and after you're finished, you just use the left pieces that you cut off from your arm doing this process to kind of do some patchwork and just fill up the empty spaces of your fingers. I also used the left pieces to fill up the space on my arm because I wanted the prosthetic to cover my whole arm, not just my hand area and my whole arm. And just use latex for this, and it's just a process of cutting, trimming, cutting again, and yeah, just repeat this till your hand or your arm, if you want to, is completely finished. And there you have your finished hand product. I know it does not exactly look like Peeta Mellark's arm, but I wanted it to cover my whole arm, and I wanted to have this shade because I think it looks really natural and cool. And yeah, there you have it.
So this is the end of the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I just wanted to say that I think this looks really cool, and I can't wait to see your recreations. If you want to upload them on Insta or on something else, please tag me in the comments. You can also follow me on Insta. I'm gonna link my Insta profile and TikTok profile in the comments down below. And I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching. It makes me really happy that I can show you these videos, that you also watch them, and yeah, thank you so much. Bye!